Welcome back, ladies and gents. On today's show, a Ford that tows everything, a Leaf for natural disasters, and a potential sale of Lamborghini. Plus, we look at some of the most interesting automaker audio company tie-ups. I'm Tiffany Stone, and this is Hagerty's Daily Driver. Let's buckle up. The Ford F-150 is America's best-selling truck. In fact, it's America's best-selling passenger vehicle. People love buying F-150s more than they love rooting against Belichick and the Patriots. Well, America has 14,000 more reasons to love the F-150. The 2021 Ford F-150 will tow 14,000 pounds. Now that's basically the weight of an elephant and makes it the new leader in full-size light-duty pickup towing. If you're curious which combination does this, well, it's not the V8.
What?
I know, guys, it's actually the F-150 Super Cab with the 8-inch box in rear-wheel drive format with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 and the aptly named Max Trailer Tow Package. It's a lot. But if you were curious about the V8, it only tops out at 13,000 pounds. Now, you might be asking yourself, who is towing 14,000 pounds? Not many people, but there are a lot of F-150 owners who will be happy to brag about it. And speaking of bragging, Nissan is very excited to tell you about the Re-Lief. This is a Nissan Leaf electric car that's been lifted, given bigger wheels and mud flaps. Okay, everybody, so it's basically a safari-style EV. But why, you may ask? Well, it's got outlets on the outside so that in an emergency situation, the Re-Lief, get it, Re-Lief, can help out first responders by powering ventilators or other gear. Now, given that 2020 feels like one natural disaster after another, it's not the worst idea. Of course, it's worth pointing out that if you leave a ventilator plugged in for too long, let's just say 24 hours or so, you're going to be left with a dead car battery and, well, a ventilator that won't work. On another note, everyone, I really hope there's no real obstacles, because if so, no one's getting Re-Lief. And finally, we told you last week about Bugatti's potential sale to Croatian EV maker Rimac in exchange for shares of that company. Well, according to a report in Automotive News, Bugatti might not be the only part of the Volkswagen Audi group that's going to get cut. In an effort to cut costs and focus on their core brands, VAG is considering a few options for Lamborghini, including a technology partnership, corporate restructuring, or a straight-up sale. And if it happens to Lamborghini, it could happen to one of their smaller brands, like Skoda, or Seat, or Ducati, or even Bentley. Guys, I think maybe Volkswagen has too many brands. Coming up, we look at some of the most interesting automaker audio tie-ups, but first. Hey daily drivers, if you're liking these videos, hit the subscribe button. If not, still hit the subscribe button. We've got some great things in the works, maybe an interview with Tom or Davin. Hey, so you don't want to miss it. When you buy a new car, you probably don't think of the dozens of companies that actually made the pieces that go into your car. Sure, you might have noticed that you have Michelin tires, but not that Alcoa manufactured the wheels that those tires ride on, that KYB made the shocks, or that QNX powers the infotainment system. And that's by design. Chrysler wants you to think the car is a Chrysler. But there's one part of the car automakers love to point out that was made by someone else, the sound system. No one just has a radio anymore, they have a Beats by Dre sound system. Hagerty Sajeev Mehta picked out some of the most important examples of this trend. First up is the Delco Bose audio system from GM. This was launched in the 80s for the K and E body luxury sedans like the Seville and coupes like the Eldorado, Riviera, and Tornado. The key feature was small speakers mounted in custom enclosures for big sound. Each enclosure had internal 25-watt amplifiers mounted onto the doors with flashy Delco Bose emblems. Now fast forward 2 decades, and Audi rolled out one of their flashier systems for the 2005 Audi A8. Bang & Olufsen, of course, are famous for pairing gimmicky high style with high-end audio performance, and what better place to put it in than everyone's third favorite luxury flagship? reportedly based on the BO Lab 5 loudspeakers. The front tweeters raised from the dashboard when needed, and the speakers sported billet aluminum covers. In total, there were 14 speakers with over 1,000 watts to feed them. Now, Sajeev found 8 more systems, and our Hagerty community found even more. So click the link below to join the discussion and reminisce about them. That's it for today, but I'll be back tomorrow with more car news. Until then, keep driving.